What if a single F-22 Raptor appeared over the Roman Empire? No warning, no context, just a screaming, fire-breathing metal blur cutting through blue skies over the Colosseum. A machine so fast it outruns sound itself versus a civilization that still thinks thunder is an angry god with a beard. Roman soldiers drop their pila. Senators scream about omens. And one guy definitely tries to sacrifice a chicken to calm it down. But here's the real question. Could one jet, armed with 21st century tech, actually take down one of the most powerful empires in history? Or would Rome find a way to turn the skies in their favor? Let's light the afterburner and find out. The year is 117 AD. Rome isn't just an empire. It's the empire. It stretches from Britain to Egypt. 60 million people. Thousands of cities. A network of stone roads and fortified outposts that move men faster than any kingdom alive. The Roman legions? Battle-hardened. Elite. Terrifyingly organized. Each legion holds 5,000 soldiers trained to fight, march and build a fortress. All in the same day. Armor made of layered iron. Shields the size of doors. Discipline so intense, missing a formation could get you executed before lunch. They've got cavalry, siege engines, war elephants, and supply lines stretching across continents. And most importantly, confidence. They believe they are the center of the universe. Now imagine them looking up and seeing something tear through the sky with no wings, no oars, no horses. Just pure screaming fire. They don't have radar. They don't have missiles. Their best long-range weapon is a rock thrown really hard. But here's what they do have: strategy, numbers, and a complete refusal to go down without a fight. Rome won't be scared for long. Rome adapts. The jet arrives in a flash of light. No one knows how. Wormhole? Secret experiment? Plot hole? Doesn't matter. It's here. An F-22 Raptor. 5th generation stealth fighter. Top speed Mach 2. It can fly undetected, fire from beyond visual range, and outmaneuver anything humans made before the internet. Its onboard systems track targets, calculate wind, terrain, and even tell the pilot what snacks they forgot back home. It's not just a machine. It's an apex predator. And now it's flying over ancient Rome. First pass? Complete silence, followed by pure panic. Goats scatter. Children cry. One priest immediately declares the apocalypse and cannonballs into a fountain. The jet roars low over the city, its engines shaking rooftops, terrifying soldiers, and utterly confusing historians. No one fires an arrow. No one can. But the jet has problems. Can't talk to anyone. No satellites. No GPS. The touchscreen says connecting. Forever. Its fuel? Not infinite. Its ammo? Limited. Its pilot? Probably wondering if this counts as a war crime. Still, it circles once more. Scans the terrain. Locks onto what looks like a Roman fortress. And presses fire. Moments later, a stone wall built to resist catapults is completely obliterated. Rome just met modern warfare. And it doesn't like it. Day 1, devastation. The jet hits a Roman outpost near the Tiber. Gone in 6 seconds. No survivors. Just a crater and a very confused goat. The Romans don't understand what happened. They think it's a new siege engine. Or maybe a metal god with fire breath and no chill. The Senate panics. Generals regroup. The legions mobilize. But they're not fighting barbarians anymore. They're fighting air superiority. Every time a legion forms up in the open, boom. A missile lands. Shields fly. Soldiers run. The F-22 doesn't fight fair. It strikes from miles away. No warning. No mercy. No idea what it even is. By day 5, entire regions are in chaos. Roads are empty. Cities evacuate. Even Roman scouts stop riding out, they just stare at the sky like nervous meerkats. But then, it starts to shift. Fuel runs low. Maintenance lights come on. There's no ground crew. No hangar. No replacement parts. The radar glitches. The pilot's helmet display flickers like a cursed sundial. Suddenly, the god in the sky becomes just a guy in a very fast coffin. And Rome? Rome doesn't quit. They stop marching in lines. They hide in forests. They build wooden towers in secret. They recruit archers with perfect aim and terrible haircuts. They even launch a pray and sprint tactic, where soldiers just scream and sprint in every direction, hoping to confuse the machine. Weirdly, it kind of works. The jet can't target what it can't track. And now it's flying low, vulnerable, exposed. Then the unthinkable. A flock of birds hits the intake. The engine coughs, sputters, stalls. The jet crash lands in a Roman field, sliding into a vineyard, narrowly missing a statue of Jupiter. It survives. Mostly. The pilot, alive. The aircraft, grounded. The Romans, stunned. But now, the real war begins. The wreckage is smoking. The cockpit is jammed. And around it, hundreds of legionaries stand frozen. Spears raised, sandals trembling, trying to decide if this thing is still angry. The pilot climbs out, helmet off, face pale, surrounded. One wrong move and he's a statue before dinner. But then, he does something Rome understands. He surrenders. Hands up. No tricks. Just a tired, sunburned guy who's been through the weirdest deployment in military history. The jet is dragged back to Rome, piece by piece, studied, poked, worshipped. Some call it divine. Others call it witchcraft. One senator suggests building 10 more using slaves and brass. He is politely ignored. Meanwhile, the pilot is treated well, kind of. He's paraded through the city, given wine, asked very politely by 12 men with knives how to make the thing fly again. But without fuel, tools, or modern systems, the jet is just a metal monument to confusion. Still, its legacy lingers. Rome changes. They invent new weapons, new myths. They carve the Raptor's shape into shields, calling it Velucris Ultima, the final bird. The Empire doesn't win the war, but it survives the encounter. And for centuries, children in tunics grow up hearing the story of the fire bird that fell from the sky. So, did the jet win? Yes. And also, absolutely not. It shredded legions, leveled forts, shook the Roman worldview harder than Julius Caesar's betrayal. But power isn't permanent. Not without fuel. Not without a support team. Not without context. The jet was a god for a week. But Rome was built to last. And while the Raptor ran out of missiles, the Romans never ran out of patience. Turns out, a flying machine can dominate a battlefield, but it can't conquer time. Still, the idea lingers. What if a modern soldier trained the legions? What if Rome reverse-engineered the future? What if the next empire doesn't fear the sky? Because they've already met it. Somewhere in the ruins of ancient stone, a child carves the shape of a jet into a clay tablet, and history tilts, just slightly. If this made you question both air superiority and ancient plumbing, smash that like button before a centurion drafts you into the 13th Legion. Comment below, what modern weapon should we drop into ancient history next? A tank in the Trojan War? A Navy SEAL in feudal Japan? A Roomba in the Middle Ages? The weirder, the better, and the best ideas might just become our next simulation. Subscribe for more historically questionable warfare, and remember, never bring a pylum to a dogfight.